All right, hello everyone. We are at the Toronto Pan Am Centre covering the Canadian National Swim Trials. I am Pete Burkowski. This is Shannon Vakulis. So Shannon, we are here watching the paraswimmers. What was your observations and your experiences watching the paraswimmers?
Well, I just found it kind of amazing how emotional it was being here, especially seeing the individual swimmers in their lanes. They're competing against each other, and I actually saw one girl who looked upset with her time and got very emotional, and the girl in the lane next to her reached over and gave her a hug and was there to support her. So I think it's incredible that even though everyone's competing against each other, everyone's here to support each other, and they're all in this together, and they have each other's back, and I think that's amazing. And I got some photos of it, and looking back at those photos, I even started to tear up a bit. So it's really nice to see the emotion here today.
One of the things I didn't really realize coming in here is that, of course, the paraswimmers are all in different categories, and you can be in a race racing against people who are not in your category. So you get a situation where you have swimmers who are at very different levels and are not racing each other, they're racing themselves. And it happened a few times where we had a swimmer who was in a different category and was still in the water while the others had finished, and they're all by themselves out there. And what I think was one of the best things I saw was when that kind of situation happened, we had one person going, how the crowd really got behind them. All the fans started to cheer, they were on their feet, they really brought that home. And like you said, it's the emotion. It really was incredible to watch the crowd basically pick up this swimmer and help carry them to the end of the pool. To me, that was probably the most powerful thing that I saw while we were here.
Yeah. So stay tuned because there's a lot more coming.
All right, we are here at the National Swimming Trials. I'm here with Janet Dunn and Wayne Lomas. So First of all, I just want to ask you guys, how would you describe the status of para swimming in Canada right now?
Exciting and growing.
I would agree.
So we want to talk specifically about some of the lower categories, so like S6 and below. What are some of the challenges you face when coaching swimmers in those categories?
Well,
Could I go first? And one of the challenges we have is when someone like yourself refers to them as lower classes. They are classes 1 to 5, and they have more impairment, and I'd like the word lower removed.
That's a very good point. Smack me next time, Shannon.
absolutely. Yeah. And the absolute, that is the thing. It's not about anything, it's just different kind of coaching. And ultimately it's about seeing an individual in front of you and providing a safe environment where they can develop and perform that you do for any athlete. It just means that a particular athlete has a different set of needs. And for us, it's the key is identifying that I have an athlete in front of me who has a set of needs. And that's absolutely the approach we take.
Every swimmer needs to be streamlined, and every swimmer needs to propel themselves through the water. And so our goal with no matter what sport class is to give them the streamline and then use what they have to propel forward as quickly as possible.
What's the recruiting like? How do you go about getting younger swimmers with impairments to join in and join the program?
First part is awareness. First and foremost, our sport is for you. And that is a real key part, that people understand that I'm a human being and I can swim. And then it's about then creating an inclusive environment where people feel welcome and safe to go and join that. And that again, it's across all parts of the sport. It's not a para-specific area, it's about our sport. And then once we identify hubs or magnets, if you like, where we've got passionate people, interested people, user-friendly facilities, because that's got to be a very important part of it, then it's about what resources can we put around that coach and that club and that environment so that they understand and they can take people and fast-track them. Our sport is driven by coaches first and foremost. Great coaches will get great athletes. So in terms of, that's the broad strategy. The technical delivery, well, that's where Janet's strength is absolutely, in actually equipping the people with those really key skills.
Anything to add?
Not much to add.
So, if you get someone in their swimming and maybe they're finding it challenging, what do you do? Is there anything specific you will say to them or try to do with them to keep them invested and get them to keep going when they're feeling discouraged?
I think what we need to do is to support the coaches in our facility, because the most important part of recruitment is retention. Because we know that knowing about something doesn't ever produce recruitment. Coming out and staying is the best part of recruitment. So it's being able to provide that resource and do those answers for those coaches, and the freedom for them and or their parents to let us know they need assistance.
So thinking about exposure nationally, one of the things maybe Canada could do better in is making these kind of things more public, especially television. The Paralympics don't get as much exposure as the regular Olympics. What would you like to see from the networks and the media to help get para-swimming more in the public eye?
Inclusion's a philosophy, and equality is a philosophy. And we all live in the real world where ratings drive airtime, and that's understandable. But it is an absolute acceptance and understanding that everyone's equal, everyone deserves the same, and it's about providing equal opportunity, getting the language right, because language is one of the most powerful things we have. And yeah, we had a little, even at the start, just getting the language right is a really key area where our broadcast people, our people making decisions, our people who sit in boardrooms and actually make key decisions are acknowledging, yep, what can we do to deliver an equal product here? And it's no different to the gender split around sport as well. We see the same debates in male versus female elite sport. And as we're discussing here, it's no different. It's about acknowledging that it's an elite program, it's inclusive, and that we as a country are inclusive and we have inclusive philosophies in everything we do.
Yeah, I'd like to be a little bit more specific. I'd like to challenge our media to match what Great Britain did in 2012. I could watch anything on their TV, all of the sports. It was amazing. The whole country then got behind it because the media did.
All right. So just one last question. Do you guys have like any team goals that you'd like to see the team accomplish in 2020, World Championships 21 moving forward?
We absolutely do. Our team mantra is if you swim, we want every athlete to swim faster at the international event than they've ever swum before. That's our goal. And to have fun along the way, because it's a journey of enjoyment, but swimming faster than they've ever swum before.
I agree.
All right, we're wonderful. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Shannon Pakulis. I'm here with Miriam Solomon. Good job today, Miriam.
Thank you.
So you want to go to Tokyo in 2020. How does this meet prepare you for that?
It's like the preparation for like you become part of the team, and then the team picks you, and then it's a long process. But like this is like step 2.
How do you prepare mentally and physically for a meet like this?
We have psychologists. We practice at home. We have a gym, and we eat well, and a lot of stuff like that you have to do as an athlete.
So this is a very high stress, high pressure situation. Does this stress and pressure hinder you in your performance out there in the pool, or does it help you?
It always does hinder a little bit, but like you get used to it, and eventually you need enough stress that it's not like, oh, this is just another race, and you don't need too much that you're too stressed that you can't compete.
So mentally, when you're in the pool, you're about to start the race, how do you calm yourself down?
Breathing. Yeah, my psychologist is breathing and like picturing yourself doing your race and making a list of what you have to do helps. Like, okay, I have to do this on my dive, make sure that I get it, and like worrying on small stuff only, not like the whole, it makes it easier on you.
And what are your goals moving forward?
Moving forward in swimming? Tokyo, and I don't know, I want to go as far as I can.
What are some challenges when trying to achieve those goals?
It's not always easy to wake up at 5 a.m. to go practice. It's not always easy to, I can't have a Sunday today, or I have to go back after school, or I have to skip studying and go to the gym instead. It's a lot of hard work. It takes discipline.
You train about 6 times a week plus weightlifting.
Yeah, I do.
That's very impressive. Well, good luck to you, Miriam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I'm here with Ali Van Wyck Smart. How are you feeling right now, Ali Van Wyck Smart?
Really good, thank you. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So you actually set a new American record in paraswimming for the 100-meter backstroke. How has that confidence helped you in competitions like today?
Well, it's really just a big boost, and it's just beyond words. It's amazing, yeah.
So has that given you the confidence to work harder and compete better?
Definitely, it just drives me forward harder and faster, better, yeah.
And so you started swimming when you were actually 10 years old. Why did you start?
It started as physiotherapy, but then it turned into something more. So yeah.
And then you started competing at 14. What made you decide at 13? What made you decide to start competing?
Well, I was at like a level in my ability that I could start competing. So yeah.
How has swimming helped you in different areas of your life?
It's definitely given me a lot of confidence in swimming and in life in general, and it's been the best thing in my life ever. Yeah.
Amazing. Is there anyone in particular who supports you, or anyone that you really thank or are thankful for?
Definitely my coach. He's the best, and my parents, obviously, they're just amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, good luck with everything moving forward, and thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.